Hey guys, up? Back with another video. This time we're going to do my Monday Night Raw review from last night. The season premiere of Monday Night Raw from October 10th, 2022. Or shall I say, 10-10-22, shall I say. There's an old reference for TNA viewers for 10-10-10, Bound for Glory. Sorry, terrible joke. Sorry guys. Bound for Glory. Anyhow, Monday Night Raw review from last night. This is the season premiere. This is the first Monday Night Raw after Extreme Rules. So let's get this underway, shall we? I'm in a different location today. I'm in my living room instead of the usual where I usually am for the Raw review because roadworks. Stupid piece of shit. Anyway, let's get on with it, shall we? First off, we kicked off the show with the Bloodline. The Bloodline, Roman Reigns, cut a promo, does his usual stuff, acknowledge me, Brooklyn, acknowledge me, you know, that kind of stuff, and, you know, he basically, the gist of the promo was, he's sick and tired of, you know, Jay is not picking up his slack or something like that, and Sami Zayn, you know, the issues with Sami Zayn, and Sami butts in, and, you know, he's basically doing his honorary Uso duties, and basically the gist of it is, more problems in the bloodline between Jay and Sami. You gotta love it. It's pretty cool stuff, you know, Sami Zayn is getting on Jay's nerves and, you know, it's bothering Jay and Jay's a hothead and all that stuff and Jay just wants Sami to be out of the bloodline, basically. And, so anyway, later in the night, Roman Reigns says that Jey Uso, has to guide, you know, not make sure that, he has to make sure that Sami wins the match against Riddle, which, by the way, Riddle comes out, wants to challenge Roman Reigns for the championship. Roman Reigns says, nah, not gonna do it. Which, but I'm thinking to myself, Riddle, you're not got a title shot anyway, because you lost. Like, you've had your chance at Roman Reigns, and you're not allowed to challenge the title anymore. So, yeah. Anyway, that was the opening segment. Kind of a mixed bag. You know, the bloodline, more spinning the wheels, so to speak, with Jay and Sami, and, you know, we got Riddle versus Sami for later, so that's pretty cool opening segment. Then we had Johnny Gargano versus Austin Theory. There was a DX opening the show. DX opened the show with the with a little bit of a teaser for what's going to happen later tonight in the main event with DX. So it was what it was. Anyway, the first match of the evening we had Johnny Gargano versus Austin Theory. Pretty decent match, went about 6 minutes, you know, nothing to sneeze at, so to speak, and Johnny Gargano picks up a win, so another loss for Mr. Money in the Bank as the downward spiral continues of Austin Theory under the Triple H regime. So, pretty fun stuff there. Glad Johnny Gargano got another win after last week when he lost at Otis, so pretty cool pick up here with Johnny picking up the win. And, yeah. Keep planting those seeds with Austin Theory losing to Johnny Gargano, so pretty cool stuff right there. Anyway, next match we had Rey Mysterio defeating Chad Gable. This was okay. You know, it was Rey Mysterio had the advantage, and then the Judgment Day came out, and you know, Rhea and Dominic came out, so to speak, and they tried to distract Rey Mysterio, but Rey Mysterio overcame the odds with the distractions and Otis at ringside, and was able to pick up the victory over Chad Gable. And then afterwards, he was beaten up by the Judgment Day, and he tried to make a comeback, but then Dom beat up his own dad, and then Dominic hit a 619 on Rey Mysterio. So, are we getting close to it? Do you think we're getting close to it? Do you think we're getting close to Rey Mysterio finally snapping and actually raising his hand to his own son? We'll see. Only time will tell. I'm getting a bit annoyed with Rey Mysterio, to be quite honest. I'm like, I get it. It's your son and all that stuff. It's like, he keeps beating you down. How many times do you have to keep getting beaten down before you finally grow a set? You know what I mean? Anyway, so that was annoying. Anyway, the Judgment Day are still out there after the break, and they want AJ Styles to join. They talk about all their rivals, you know, making Edge say I quit at Extreme Rules, and Beth Phoenix getting concertoed at Extreme Rules, and you know, their feud with Rey Mysterio and how he deserved it, and then they talked about how AJ Styles should join them. And anyway, AJ Styles comes down, he teases, he looks like he's joining them. He's like, you know, me and you are being good friends, and, it's from Japan and all that stuff, and we're being brothers or something like that from Japan. And he hugs Finn Balor, and Finn Balor's like, oh, finally, he accepted my offer. And AJ's like, I wasn't talking to you. And then the music hits, and out comes the Good Brothers. Those damn Good Brothers. The Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. They're back with WWE. Pretty cool stuff right there. They get into a brawl with the Judgment Day, and that looks like that's the feud going forward, the Judgment Day versus the OC, the original club. So that's pretty cool. Good to see the Good Brothers back, and that's just too sweet. I had to do that reference. You know how to. Then we had Candice LeRae versus Bayley. This was fine. It was more of a what's the word? It was more of a tune-up match for Bayley, like making sure, can get Bayley back on the track again after losing on Saturday. But whoops, she lost again. Candice LeRae defeats her right here with a roll-up, and then of course the usual. What happens with Damage Control? Candice gets beat down by all three of them. Bianca Belair comes out to try and make the save. The numbers game get the better of her, and Bianca gets left laying by Bayley. So it looks like this feud is not over. And where the hell was Alexa Bliss? You know what I mean? Like I know a certain Mr. Bray Wyatt is back, but it's like seriously, like where the hell was Alexa Bliss? Very coincidence, huh? Very coincidence. Anyhow. Next on to the next segment, we have the Miz's birthday party. Oh, this is going to be a disaster. Don't open that cake. Don't open that present, Miz. Anyway, Miz, the usual happened. Miz and Maurice, they celebrated Miz's birthday, even though it happened on Saturday. And they had a birthday party with balloons and cakes and all that stuff. She gave him presents. He opened one of the presents which was on the table, and of course, Mr. Dexter Lumis was in the present. He tries to hit it with a hammer. Lumis puts him in the triangle choke, not the triangle choke, the double arm choke, that choke he puts on. I can't remember the exact word. I think it's triangle choke. I think with the arms rather than the head. And he's able in the melee. Maurice gets put into cake. So. It's not a birthday party. It's not a birthday party in the WWE or in a wrestling company if someone doesn't end up in the cake. So either coming out to the cake or someone goes into the cake. So it is what it was. It was what it was. And apparently Miz and Dexter are having a match next week on Raw. And Dexter popped Miz's big balls. I'm going to leave it right there. It was a fun segment. I liked it. I know a lot of people are starting to get sick and tired of this Dexter Lumis Miz stuff, and they want it to go somewhere. But there you go, guys. You finally got it going somewhere. They're having a match next week, so that's pretty fun. Throughout the night, we had a tease of the return of Bray Wyatt. Like it was going to be like, oh, the return of Bray Wyatt. And basically, they just showed you everything that happened at Extreme Rules, like what happened at Extreme Rules, the awesome moments at Extreme Rules. I'm not going to dwell too much on it because, this is the Raw review, but, I'm pretty happy to see him back, and, I'm pretty excited. I'm ready for the ride. The wrongs have been righted, so to speak. The wrongs of July 31st, 2021 have been righted, and, now we can go on this journey together again, so, pretty happy about that. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Omos defeated two jobbers. It was the usual stuff. I was expecting Braun Strowman to do something, but he didn't. So another squash victory for Omos. It was fine. Then we had the Bobby Lashley promo. He talked about all the people he's defeated: Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar. And he wanted to fight Seth Rollins right now. But out comes Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar comes out. He basically introduces himself to Bobby, even though they know each other already, and then he F5s Bobby Lashley, beats the shit out of him, and then puts him in the Kimura and injures Bobby Lashley's arm. So Bobby Lashley is injured. Seth Rollins immediately, like after the break, Bobby Lashley's being attended to by officials. Good beatdown from Brock, and Seth Rollins comes out and basically calls Bobby a coward because Bobby's like, you know, Bobby's trying to go to the back, and then he's like, I thought you were a soldier. And that was enough to get Bobby Lashley's attention. Bobby Lashley tries to, you know, fight Seth Rollins with one arm. As you can imagine, it didn't go very well. And the match went about 2 minutes, and Seth Rollins is now your new United States champion. So, pretty cool stuff. Cool title change. The crowd loved it. And we get to see Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, possibly for Crown Jewel for the Saudi show. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. And we could finally get a Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar feud that doesn't revolve around Roman Reigns. So, I'm pretty happy with that. Anyhow, so that's pretty good stuff. Anyway, Bobby Lashley challenges Brock Lesnar to show up next week on Raw, so that should be fun. Then we had, I talked about that one. Then we had Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins. Matt Riddle versus Sami Zayn. Sorry, guys. Matt Riddle versus Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns told Jey Uso to make sure that Sami won this match, so Jey was trying to help Sami throughout the match. Good back and forth matchup, as you can imagine, with these two. And then Sami told Jey, "Don't do anything because I can do it by myself." So Jey stood there and allowed Sami Zayn to lose as he walked into an RKO from Riddle, and Matt Riddle got the win. So more dissension in the bloodline. You love it. Gotta love it. And then, of course, the main event segment was D-Generation X's 25th anniversary. Not much to talk about here. They came out, they did their usual introductions. They talked about how they're getting old. Sean Road Dogg and X-Pac and Triple H, and they would talk about how they're getting old and how they're getting on, and it's 25 years since the formation of D-Generation X. They honoured China. Well, X-Pac mentioned China, and they did their introductions. The whole, the New Age Outlaws, and and if you. Let's get ready to suck it! That one kind of got Triple H, and then of course Sean is like, and of course, and if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you. Suck it. You get the picture. So anyway, that was their celebration, and then they kind of just celebrated. They hugged, they smiled, and they didn't kiss. Thank God. I know Sean. And it was what it was. It was a DX celebration. I was a bit kind of spoofed that that's all it was. Like, I was expecting a little bit, I don't know why, but every night with celebrations like these, I always expect something bad to happen. And, like someone to attack, or like maybe like Bray Wyatt to turn up and attack one of the members of DX or something. But we didn't get that. Apparently we're getting Bray Wyatt on SmackDown in New Orleans. That should be fun. It is what it is. Anyway, that was Raw. Pretty cool show. A lot of newsworthy stuff happened. New United States Champion Seth Rollins. Good Brothers returned. Brock Lesnar came back. Bray Wyatt's back. I know Bray Wyatt wasn't on this show, but Bray Wyatt, he came back, and Miz and Dex Lumis having a match next week, and Triple H, DX had their celebration. So pretty awesome show. Pretty awesome show. Hope you enjoyed the review, guys. And I'm out. And if you don't watch this video, I've got 2 words for you. Oh well. See you guys next week.